Hey guys, welcome to the video. Rob here. Gonna go ahead and show you how to use the 5e Magic Shops and Random Item Rarity Tables module for Fantasy Grounds. So in your library, you want to make sure, of course, and have your 5e Magic Shop open, whether you have the regular version or the OGL version, OGL being stripped down and only using the SRD. Whereas the Magic Shop without the OGL on it, you see that I have plenty of modules here, but the one that says that's just by itself uses the Monster Manual. The one that is the OGL uses the SRD Beastry. So make sure that you have either one of those open in your library as the module will draw from it. So as we go to the module itself, in the instructions, this will open up and it will show you exactly how to go through all this and how to use it. I'm just going to cover the basics. First thing it has is a population chart, which I use the standard RPG sizes for cities: Thorpe, Hamlet, Village, Small Town, etc., all the way to Metropolis. And it tells you in a Magic Shop what the percentages are that a common, uncommon, rare, very rare, or legendary item might be there. And I just made my own numbers. You guys can, of course, change these. And in the appropriate tables in the module that match the numbers as far as whether they're common or not, you can go and look up and change the percentages. And I'll get to that a little later and show you about that. But that's there for you to refer to. Also, there is magic items by rarity for each type. So armor, potions, rings, so on and so forth. There's all these different types. So you can open that and you can see a story template, which you can use to generate. And it'll give you a list of examples. So it tells you, so the template has tables that it's going to draw from, and it tells you the prices, the price range according to the rules. And if you hit generate, it'll just give you examples. So for armor, there are no common armors. So there's 3 examples for the uncommon, 3 for the rare, 3 for the very rare, and 3 for the legendary. Sometimes they might be the same. If there's only 1 or 2 available, it'll just redo it. But basically, that's how you get an example. Just another one, let's use, I don't know, weapons. And it'll draw, again, there are no common weapons for magic items. They start with uncommon, so there's 3 examples. And if you click on all these, of course, they're the actual items, so you can see the items. And you can dole these out to your party through the treasure parcels. So let's see, down here, there are cost tables. So if you do want to roll a random cost, like say you're wanting to know how much a magic item costs that's common, so it's going to be between 50 and 100, and you can just roll and it'll give you, that one's 100, ooh, wow, that one's 69, 51, and so forth. And you can go on all of these different tables. Here's the legendary cost. Legendary cost is between 50,000 and 500,000, so you can roll on 74,556, so on and so forth. So that's there for you to use. Also, the tables incorporate, the Magic Shop builders incorporate that table as well. Random magic items by rarity. So here's where you can go to all the different rarities and each magic item according. So in the game, the only common magic items are scrolls. And if you click on it, it'll either be a spell, scroll, cantrip, or a first level spell. And if you roll, it's going to give you either one. So in this case, I rolled a 1, which was a cantrip, and it went and found me the cantrip of Mage Hand. And it shows you Mage Hand there. So that's what that did for me. And you can go all the way down: uncommon, rare, very rare, legendary. So let's say I want to find a very rare weapon. I go to the weapons table. There's 10 different types of weapons, and the ones in brackets will roll on a different table and give you a particular one of that type. So let's see what happens here. Let me just clear this out so it's a little clearer when you watch it. And I'll roll on the weapon very rare table. I got a 10. So a 10 is a sword of sharpness. So it rolled again on the sword of sharpness, and it specifically gave me a scimitar as opposed to a short sword or a great sword or any of those. And of course, there's the item. So that's really cool, and you can pull from that just individually if you ever want to, somebody wants to know about a particular item, you can get a random magic item of any rarity. Those are very powerful tables, and as you can see, the tables in this module, there's whoops, that's images, you don't need that, tables. So there are just, I mean, there are so many tables in here that I made, and each table has more tables in them, and it's just crazy. I mean, if you look at the whole list, you don't want to count the DMG tables because that's from the Dungeon Master's Guide, but any of these ones that don't say DMG, they're all ones I made, and there are a lot in the DMG, obviously, but and that there's 4 pages of these. So I mean, it's crazy. I made ones for armor, cost tables. All the other ones are mine. Extra tables, magic items, potions, rings, rods, scrolls, settlements, staffs, wands, weapons, wondrous items, words. And words tables are stuff that I use to generate first and last names, magic shop names, races and sex of who might be the proprietor of the shop, and you'll see how that comes together here in a second. So here's the big one, magic shop creation. This is awesome. So again, you can refer to the population chart and look at it if you want to. So let's just do a simple one. Let's say we're going to be in a small town, and I want to create a shop in a small town. So I'm going to open this up, and this is the shop in a small town story template. So it has all these variables in here that it's going to build for you. And according to my chart, it's going to give you 1d8 times common items, 1d6 times uncommon items, and 1 rare item. And the percentages will come into effect. And then, of course, legendary and very rare aren't even on here because a small town isn't going to have that. So once again, just to kind of show you that, small town, we have a 60% chance of getting a 60% chance times a D8 common, 40% chance times a D6 uncommon, 15% chance of getting 1 rare item, no chance of getting very rare or legendary. So that's kind of how that works. And again, you can change all those variables to suit your campaign and how you want it to be. So let's go back and see what we get here. Let's roll the small town shop. Okay, so this small town has a seller of fine sundries located at the allurement shop. The owner is Lamper Clinkmind, a female halfling, offers to show you the mundane and magic items that may be present. If all the items are sold out, that means there are no magic items available here because they're so rare. PHB sundries available, all costing 50 gold pieces and less. So based on the size town you are, that's the price is going to fill in there. So she has 2 common items, a scroll of Thornwhip, a scroll of Fog Cloud. She has no uncommon and no rare items. Okay, so let's go and see now how it works if we do a Metropolis. This is where it gets crazy. So let's go and do a Metropolis because there's going to be a lot of stuff. So it goes and it gives you the description. It tells you everything under 50,000 is available. That actually might be a mistake. Is that a mistake? No, it's not a mistake. Because a Metropolis should have everything. Metropolis, you should be able to buy any magic item. Yep, so I'm going to have to change that. So when you get this module, you will not see that. It'll say all available items. But you can see it gave you all these scrolls. It gives you uncommon. It gives you some staffs, a wand, a scimitar. And again, you click on all these, the items are all there. So you can drag these into a parcel or do whatever you want with them. But these are what's available at the shop. And so there's a couple of 3 very rare items and no legendary item at this shop because you only got like a 2% chance of getting it. So again, you can change those percentages. And let's see, the random magic shop anywhere. So this is a little different. This will give you a random magic shop anywhere. If you want to just put one in your map or put one out in anywhere in the land or in a city or whatever, but you don't care about the size and you just want it to be random, it'll tell you, okay, you're going to get a hamlet, population 203, and then it tells you to once again open this and choose hamlet and generate. So now you can have, so basically all it had was a potion of healing because it's a little small place. So that's how that works. That's the basic functions of that. And I'm constantly improving this and adding things to make it better. If you guys have suggestions, let me know. And by the time you see this, that should have been fixed. The PHP, I think in a Metropolis, you should be able to buy anything that's in the player's handbook, not be limited to the 50,000, because I think something might be more than that. So I hope you guys enjoy, and look forward to making more things for the Dungeon Masters Guild and for Drive-Thru RPG and Fantasy Grounds for you guys to use. Thanks a lot, and happy gaming.